Hello everyone, this is our group presentation video presented by Group 1 about Proton vs Perodua. The objective of this study is to investigate which company has a better performance between Proton and Perodua. Introduction. The car industry is one of the most important in Malaysia manufacturing sector when compared to other manufacturing industry. Perodua is Malaysia #1 automobile brand, and Perodua has been more successful than Proton since their sales are higher. This study will analyze both firms' Proton 5 process analysis and determine whether the company performs better on a specific basis based on the analysis. The background of Proton.
Perusahaan Otomobil Nasional Berhad, as known as Proton, was founded on May 7, 1983. On July 9, 1985, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Mahathir Mohamad, who had come up with the concept of a national car, commercially introduced the Proton Saga, Malaysia's first automobile. Proton's main goal was to bring Malaysia into the 21st century as an industrialized nation. Proton began its journey by collaborating with Mitsubishi Motors to create its first automobile, the Proton Saga, which launched on July 9, 1985. Proton also manufactures rally cars. The Petronas Ion Racing Team, as known as PERT, a successful cooperation between Petronas and Ion, gave Proton its first taste of motorsport in the late 1980s.
Next, the background of Perodua.
Perodua is a private limited corporation that was founded in 1993. The company's official name is Perusahaan Otomobil Kedua Sendirian Berhad, which in short is also known as Perodua. The current chairman of the Perodua Group is Tan Sri Asmat Kamaluddin, and the current CEO of Perodua is Datuk Zainal Abidin Ahmad. Perodua has partnered with the Daihatsu Motor Company of Japan to develop the Perodua Smart Build Blueprint. The Perodua Smart Build Blueprint is aimed to help Perodua and the rest of the automotive ecosystem to benefit from the national automotive policy by making the sector more advanced and competitive. Moreover, Perodua is the first and largest energy-efficient vehicle manufacturer in Malaysia. Perodua have the capacity to build over 320,000 vehicles per year and has sold over 1 million energy-efficient vehicles up to date. The main office of Perodua is located in Sungai Choh, Rawang.
Fast Porter Force Analysis Proton vs Perodua.
The first photo force for Proton and Perodua is threat of new entrants. Both automobile brands experience low threats of new entrants. For Proton, the reason are high investment and capital. Second is lack of availability of distribution channel, especially as Proton is supported by the government. Thirdly, the customer loyalty to the Proton. As for Perodua, this brand has been around for a long time and has built up a solid reputation, expertise, and knowledge. The probability is high for customer loyalty. Also, Perodua has large amount of capital. Next is threat of substitute. Proton and Perodua experience high threat of substitute due to several reasons. For Proton, the first reason is the company does not produce substitute products such as motorcycle under its own brand. Therefore, the threat of substitute is high considering that it comes from other brands that produce substitute product. Second reason is the awareness of usage of public transport and motorcycle also contribute as threat of substitute for Proton. As of Perodua, the threat of substitute high because of increases fuel prices may encourage more people to use public transportation. Next reason is the rivalry of other company in terms of ideas and technologies.
As for the competitive rivalry, Proton face high competition from Perodua because they release cars that are priced equally affordable. Besides Perodua, Proton has a few other competitors in the market such as Toyota and Honda, which also sells cars in the Malaysian market. On the other hand, Perodua also do have high competitive rivalry in the automobile industry. Honda, Suzuki, Ford, Nissan, and Proton are just a few of Perodua's competitors. In addition, competition arises between governments as well, because each will pass legislation to defend its own products. The ongoing rise in competition is fueled by rising customer expectation and anticipation of decreasing pricing. Lack of differentiation chances will also lead to intense competition, with organizations continuously comparing themselves to one another. Perodua, on the other hand, strives to differentiate its goods and services in order to raise client recognition and loyalty to its brands. Next is bargaining power of suppliers. Proton faces low bargaining power of suppliers because it has a secure channel through the government. Proton is also able to buy cheaper car parts from China by leveraging on its partnership with Geely. The same goes to Perodua, where they have low bargaining power of supplies. Perodua's automobile manufacturing industry has a large number of suppliers. Metal, raw materials, leather and plastic, computers, cooling system, electrical system, brake systems, and fuel supply system are all purchased from hundreds of different vendors throughout the world at various bargaining costs. Suppliers do not have the authority to adjust the price because of Perodua's excellent relationship with suppliers, as well as its effective supply chain monitoring, which gives suppliers little bargaining leverage. Last but not least, the Porter force analysis for Proton and Perodua is bargaining power of its customers. The bargaining power of customers for Proton is low. This is due to the fact that Proton is safe by the protectionist policies imposed by the policymakers. With these policies, Proton's number of competitors in the market will be limited by lowering the prices of the cars or imposing restrictions. As a result, the demand for national cars becomes higher. Meanwhile, Perodua has a high bargaining power of customers as it has stiff competition from a number of firms who produce comparable vehicles and target similar markets such as Proton, Honda, Nissan, and Ford. Due to rising oil prices, buyers are increasingly looking for more fuel-efficient vehicles according to current trends. As a result, there is a growing demand for hybrid automobiles, which provide people ways to operate the vehicle while simultaneously raising product quality demands. Perodua's cost-cutting efforts, on the other hand, reduce buyer power and put its automobiles in a better position than their competitors.
So next is the finding. Comparison have been made using 5 Porter's forces analysis between two competing companies that have been chosen, which are Proton and Perodua. These companies' production and motive are almost the same. Based on the information gathered, Proton performed better than Perodua. The difference only can be seen in the bargaining of customers. Since Proton's bargaining power of buyers is low, this means that buyers are high in numbers. However, Perodua is high in bargaining power of buyers. This result gives a bit disadvantage for Perodua. This is because high buyer power diminishes the industry profitability and lowers the attractiveness of an industry. This may deter new entrants or cause existing firms to make more strategic decisions to improve the profitability of their business. As for the conclusion, based on the 5 Porter Force Analysis report, both companies still have weaknesses in doing the production and service to consumer. Consumer believe that Proton and Perodua have failed to deliver their promises and expectations. It is important to find possible solutions to minimize the problem by understanding the consumer expectations. Both companies surely have the potential and ability to improve their performance in providing high-quality products and services to their client. This is important in order to understand and fulfill the needs and desire of the customer, especially in the subcompact market segment. Despite the fact the global and local automobile industries are still experiencing a global economic
crisis as a result of the pandemic, they still have the ability and opportunity to grow in the global market. Thus, their growth will significantly benefit our country economically as they are main source of financial income.
Thank you.